Professor Carl, one of the leading researchers of the human psyche, spoke about the concept of the shadow. This is the part of our personality that we do not accept, but which often manifests itself in our attitude towards others. When a person feels envy, anger or resentment, he tries to hide it, but it is impossible to completely suppress such emotions. There are always signs, they are subtle, but invariably reveal a hostile attitude, even if a person does everything to disguise them. Be careful, because the eighth sign is the most cunning and can change your perception of the people around you. Before you begin, do not forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos about personal and spiritual development. And now let's move on to the first sign. 1. Contempt disguised as irony. Hidden hostility is not always expressed in open aggression. Some people prefer to disguise it as sarcastic jokes, barbs or light irony. They may mock something that is important to you, but when you point it out, they respond with, "I was just kidding, don't be so sensitive," or "you take everything too seriously." This behavior is especially insidious because it leaves you feeling uncomfortable, while the other person maintains the appearance of innocent humor. However, repeated irony on the same topics is a clear sign of hidden contempt. If their jokes make you feel humiliated or devalued, and the jokes themselves become a pattern over time, this may not be just a game, but an expression of suppressed aggression. I argue that our shadow often manifests itself through projection onto others. If someone constantly uses irony to hurt you, this may indicate that they are unable to accept in themselves the same qualities that they see in you. 2. Hidden sabotage. When someone around you feels threatened by your success or personal growth, they may try to sabotage you in subtle ways. These aren't always obvious obstacles. Sometimes they're misleading advice, omissions, or accidental mistakes that prevent you from moving forward. A person who forgets to tell you important information, leaves out key details, or unintentionally creates difficulties for you may not be as absent-minded as they seem. If these situations recur at important times for you, it's worth considering, are these really just coincidences? I explain that when a person can't cope with their own failures, they may unconsciously project their disappointment onto others, preventing them from moving forward. 3. Silent competition. Some people can't stand to watch you succeed without wanting to outdo you. Every victory you win may be followed by their desire to steal the spotlight or downplay your achievements. For example, you share good news, and in response you hear a story about someone else's even greater success. Or instead of congratulating you, you are told, "That's nonsense, I had." Such behavior is most often associated with deep self-doubt. I note that when a person cannot develop certain qualities in himself, he begins to see them in others and perceive them as a threat. This makes him belittle other people's achievements or enter into an unspoken competition for superficial support. Those who secretly envy you can mask their feelings with ostentatious support. They pretend to be happy about your successes, but their enthusiasm seems forced or completely absent. If you notice that someone from your circle avoids you at important moments or reacts indifferently to your victories, this may be a sign of hidden hostility. I say that some people distance themselves emotionally to avoid facing their inner conflicts. This distancing can be expressed in coldness, indifference, and an inability to genuinely rejoice for others. If you like this video and find it useful, don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and liking. Now let's move on to the next sign. 5. Control disguised as care. Some people seek to control you, hiding it under the guise of care. They tell you what to do, question your decisions, and criticize every step as if they want to help. In fact, their goal is not to support you, but to make you dependent on their opinion. The need to control others is often associated with an internal fear of chaos. People who are unable to cope with their own insecurity try to control others in order to feel more stable. 6. Gossip and spreading criticism. Those who harbor a hidden dislike for you rarely express it openly. Instead, they talk about you behind your back, distorting the facts and spreading rumors. If you notice that the attitude of others towards you changes for no apparent reason, it is possible that someone is deliberately damaging your image. People who feel insecure often try to discredit others in order to project their weaknesses onto them. 7. Lack of joy for your successes. Sincere friends rejoice at your achievements, and those who harbor a grudge barely hide their irritation. If after your victory a person distances himself, reacts coldly, or tries to shift attention to himself, he may be feeling envious. The success of others reminds a person of his own failures. Therefore, some people prefer to downplay other people's achievements rather than rejoice for them. 8. Body language and hidden signals. Hidden hostility manifests itself not only in words, but also in gestures, a tense smile, sudden changes in facial expression, avoidance of eye contact. The body always gives away true emotions. If you feel inexplicable tension or coldness next to someone, you should trust your intuition. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Subscribe so you don't miss new episodes. See you there.